Hello, I'm your host Jared Kendall, and welcome to Tech Talk with Mr. Jeffery Collins. Last week we discussed Windows 10 and the digital phone service. This week we'll be discussing virus protection and home security. Now the way you can contact us is through via chat. You have to log into YouTube or contact us at 870-879-0784. And if you have any questions after the show, please call us at 870-879-0784. And today our co-host is Mr. Jeffery Collins. Good afternoon, Mr. Collins. How you doing?
How you doing today?
All right. And today we're discussing again virus protection as well as home security. Mr. Collins, would you like to elaborate on that?
Well, first with virus protection, that's one of the most important things you can do when you get your computer is get a good virus protection and malware protection program on your system. That's going to enable your system to run more efficiently. You know, I get a lot of questions about people. Well, my computer is running really slow. It's really, really slow. I'm going to have to just buy me another computer. No, you need virus protection. Typically, that's the case. We find when we bring it in, we find many malware objects, infected objects and viruses on the system. And once we clean it up, it's almost like new for them. It runs a whole lot faster, and it's going to protect their data too, because viruses can damage your files.
Okay.
And the malware, what it does is basically it's malicious software is what that stands for, malware. And what it does, it will actually pull in other, viruses, trojans, and so forth into your system while it's on there. And you also have another piece of malware called adware.
Okay.
And that's where if you're browsing the internet, a lot of times you may see pop-ups, things popping up on your screen, and advertisements. Even if you put on pop-up blocker, it's still coming up. What has happened is adware has been loaded on your system as well. And so that once you got to get rid of the adware, and then the pop-ups will go away. So a good antivirus program is going to take care of your malware, your adware, and your viruses for you.
Okay.
And we offer a service here whereby we will, because no antivirus software is totally foolproof, we offer a service where we will remotely monitor your system and manage it from the standpoint we can go in and get rid of any viruses and so forth that appear in your system.
Okay. Now, what I want to ask you, as far as the Trojans, you brung that up.
Yeah.
Now, what are Trojans?
Basically, Trojan is software, a small piece of software that's on your system that gets downloaded. Like say this malware is pulling in all this garbage, this malicious software, and it may pull in a Trojan as well.
Okay.
And a Trojan, what it does is allow a hacker a backdoor into your system.
Okay.
So when you least expect that somebody's in there lurking around,
trying to get all your information.
Steal your information,
Okay.
or causing some damage. Some people are just that way. They just want to wreak havoc for whatever reason. And they'll go in and erase some of your files and so forth. But a lot of times they're trying to steal information.
Okay.
Like bank account information or whatever, so they can get access to your finances.
Well, let me ask you this: would it be wise, you think, to leave your computer running while you're not at home? I know some people that like to leave their computer on and the internet on. Would that be a wise thing to do?
You can do it if you have, like I say, a good virus protection and malware protection software on your system. I say it's okay. But to be on the safe side, it would be wise to disconnect from the internet and shut it down. There's no way that anyone can get access to your system that way. Okay. There's no way. Once you disconnect from the internet, if you unplug that network cable or disconnect from the wireless, you've isolated yourself.
Now, I know some people, they have problems with, they're lazy and they want to leave their computers on. And this show is geared more towards the novice and the consumer that casually uses the computer. So, some of you all may be thinking to yourself, well, I may not need virus protection or things of that nature. But one of the things that I found out that when you think that you don't need virus protection, that's when you have issues and problems. I remember years ago I had a computer and I thought I didn't need, any kind of virus protection.
Yes.
And when I needed to get online, I couldn't get online. There was all kind of pop-ups and stuff coming on, and
Yes.
I realized I'd gotten a virus, and it was too little, too late, and it cost me an arm and a leg to get that fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing, that we try to aim for is, having a satisfied customer.
Absolutely.
In doing so, that's what sprung this show.
Yes.
And one of the other things that we always, try to encourage you to do, as you go to purchase a computer, as we talked about on our last show, with Windows 10.
Yes.
Always make sure that it's a unit that you can really understand and not be so quick to jump into Windows 10. There are still computers that are still running Windows 8. That might be something that may be more comfortable for you until you can upgrade to a Windows 10.
Yeah, and keep in mind too, not to interrupt you, but with Windows 10, there's some compatibility issues that are going on right now. Certain there are print drivers that necessarily won't work in Windows 10, so your printer may stop working. I've had situations where a customer brought his computer in, his CD-ROM had stopped working, and I had to revert him back to Windows 8 to get his CD-ROM to working again. So I'd say wait a few months here until they work out the bugs. As with any new software, you're going to have some bugs with it. There's some compatibility issues. They're going to work those out. And I say before you upgrade, consult with someone like my company, the computer station, or one of your tech people that you have that repairs your computers for you.
Okay. And another thing as well, I want to reiterate, we have live chat. Like I said, you can look to your right of your screen and forward any of your questions that you may have. And even after the show, you may be able to contact us again at 870-879-0784. And that's the computer station. We're working towards getting other things added to the show. We'd like to hear your comments and your suggestions. So feel free to contact us at any time, and you can always contact us. We're always available to talk to you during our normal business hours. And as well,
and those business hours are from 10 o'clock a.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
Monday through Friday.
All right. And I guess we want to talk about our home security as well. I know you're offering home security.
Yes, that's correct. We offer a wireless system whereby it's very easy to install, self-install, but we'll come out and install it for you. And basically, you put the your sensors over your doors and your windows. You can also have a camera inside monitoring what's going on. That camera, you don't have a DVR per se in the home or business. That DVR is out on the cloud, and the cloud is basically the internet. And so that information is being transferred through the internet to store that information. So if somebody breaks into your facility, they can't take a DVR, which has the recorded information from you. It's already been stored somewhere off-site.
So it's secure.
That provides, yes, it's secure as well. Yeah, that's a great way to say it. So we provide that service, and it depends on how many sensors you need for your doors and windows. The cost starts at around $30 a month, but we also can take over an existing system as well, whereby if you had an old system in your house, you can take it over and you would pay even a lower cost, monthly charge to have it monitored.
Wow. That's always good to know. I know some people, they have security systems or moved into homes that had previous security systems.
Yes.
And, sometimes our money isn't where we think it should be, and we don't want to go through the hassle of having somebody to come into our homes and go all through our house. Whereas with this, you can automatically tap into the system that you already have
Absolutely.
and
If
be
it's
monitored.
not too old, we can
If it's
do
not
that.
too
That's
old.
right.
Okay.
Absolutely. And another advantage to our system, if you are in an apartment complex, you can utilize it because basically everything's wireless. Once you leave that apartment complex, you take your system with you. Take the sensors and your main panel with you. Or if you move out of your home into another home, into another city, you could take that system with you. You don't have to invest in another system somewhere else. That's another advantage to our system.
I think that's a great idea,
Yeah.
because most of the time we don't, like I said again, we don't want people in our homes that we don't know. And we try to trust our technicians and people that come into our home. But, sometimes some people are just leery of their personal belongings. And, people are people.
Yes.
And with this system, you can do it yourself, or you can have one of the techs come out and install this system for you. One of the thing about home security is that, when somebody breaks into your home, we hate that they broke in, but you have to protect yourself nowadays.
Yes.
And we have a question coming in from Rico, I'm assuming.
What happens when the Windows 8 freezes or on uninstalling the updates? If it freezes. Okay. So I left it, see, he goes on to say, so I left it 3 hours like that, and it says failed to install updates. I'm trying to, forgive me for mispronouncing your name, was Rokio? Rokio?
Okay.
Yes. Rokio, what you can do is, basically I would restart your computer, reset it, and when it boots back up again, go and try to do the update once again. If it still does not update, you may want to look at reverting to Windows 7 if you can. Maybe there's an issue with your end Windows 8, and you may need to revert back to the previous version. You can do that through what they call a system restore, and it'll restore it back to an earlier time when everything was working properly.
Right.
So that's another thing you can do to try to correct this problem.
And I notice, and sometimes your disc may have scratches in them. Sometimes those little things, or they may not be clean. So sometimes you have to resurface them. And
I think what he's doing though, he's trying to download the updates through the internet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let's see. Let me see if I can write it back to him.
Well, as we go on with this show, one of the things that I know with Windows 7 that was so great was that, it was an easier system to use. And when it came to Windows 8, that upgrade, it just changed Windows all the way around, and it was kind of hard for me, just speaking as a casual user, to get back to that, to the actual part where you could actually get to the normal Windows where I could understand it. And with Windows 10, it does, add the features from the Windows 7 and the Windows 8. It kind of combined those two.
Yes.
Yes. And in some instances, it did work, I think, awesome. That's just me using it. But again, Windows 7, I think, is a great operating system. If you, are having problems with Windows 8, I don't think there would be an issue with Windows 7. Most of the things, I think they still have a while. If I'm not mistaken, on Windows 7, how long do they have to keep Windows 7 where they're still covering?
Windows 7, it's 2017.
2017. Okay.
At least to 2017. So there's still a while on Windows 7.
Okay.
As well as Windows 8. And actually Windows Vista also, it will be going by the wayside in 2016.
Okay.
So you have less time with Windows Vista.
Okay.
But if you have Windows XP, you need to switch to Windows 7 because in Windows XP is no longer supported. And we have some machines here in our office, Windows 7 machines used, but they run really well. They're Dell machines, and starting at about $100.
Okay.
You could have another system, with Windows 7, that you can get your security updates on.
Okay.
And that's essential. Without the security updates, or what they call patches, hackers can get into your system as well.
Okay.
So and now they're not providing patches for XP anymore. So you can put as much virus protection as you want on your or firewalls, but they can find a way to get through into your system.
Oh, okay.
So XP is out. Let's stop using it. Let's get that upgraded and switch to another operating system.
Okay. And continue with Mr. Triple X. We'll just call you Mr. Triple X.
Yeah. If you would, Roquillo, you can contact us tomorrow at 870-879-0784. Just call in and I'll help you with your problem.
Okay. I know again with with these different operating systems going on, not trying to get off the topic at hand, I think with the operating systems that are out, people need to know how long they have before their time runs out on each operating system. Mm-hmm. Would you like to kind of elaborate, and then we can move on?
I think we kind of mentioned that before with Windows Vista. That operating system is 2016.
Okay.
Then you have Windows 7, which is 17. Actually, I think it's another couple of years after that, 18 actually. Okay. And you got Windows 8, which is 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now.
And Windows 10, of course, it just came out, so there'll be some, there'll be a lot of time there. I think 2025 for that.
Okay. And I would like to apologize to Mrs. Triple X. But I apologize for that. I'll get it right the next time.
That's right.
And back to the topic at hand. With virus protection, one of the things that I know that concerns a lot of people is the price. How much is it to get the full year of virus protection?
The full year, we offer a plan where it's $15 a month. Okay. For the virus protection, but that includes us monitoring your system continually, 24/7, and managing your system from the standpoint if a malware or a virus gets on your system, we would clean it up for you, and behind the scenes where where you don't see it, and basically you're not impacted, so you can continue to operate as normal. That's the way we want it. We want people need access to their systems, 24/7 these days. They're on Facebook and YouTube and so forth. They're actually doing a lot of business. Businesses, it's critical to businesses to have their computers working efficiently and properly. So that's our plan. That's our new plan. Now you can go out and purchase some virus protection, and they'll give you most of them are 1 year. You're looking at $30 to $45 a year. Okay. On average.
Okay.
But with ours, they're not gonna guarantee that we're gonna keep viruses off your system, because new viruses and malware are coming out all the time, and so basically, they'll have to, if a new virus comes out, they'll have to develop a remedy to that, to disinfect that virus. So in that time, you're infected.
Okay.
So now you can go back and get that update and try to get rid of it. But we're there, with our service, we're trying to be proactive. We are being proactive,
Right.
in that we're preventing it from doing damage.
Right.
Even, well, once we detect it, boom, we're gonna do what it takes to get rid of it right away, so it doesn't do any damage to your system. So you're looking at, like I said, $30 to $45 if you go out and buy it. Some of these other antivirus products, McAfee, Norton's. With our service, we're gonna do it for $15 a month.
Okay, and our next question is, Gabby E. So what is
The question is, so what is the duration you guys for like this live video? Duration of this video?
it's 30 minutes. This is a 30-minute show, and if we don't answer your questions during this 30 minutes, you can contact us.
Again, at 870-879-0784. Again, that's 870-879-0784. We welcome your calls.
And going once again to our protection, home security systems. Now, I know there's a lot of different systems that are out there, and they offer the opportunity to talk to the person, that's in the home. Does these cameras have a voice?
A voice component
Yes.
with it.
Yes.
Well, basically, it's the video currently.
Okay, just video.
And they're going to be upgrading that system, I'm sure, in the near future to allow you to have voice as well. But right now it's video. But they'll be upgrading that system pretty soon, I'm sure.
Okay.
So, but right now it's just the video. But again, you can see the person if they're in your home and it's off-site
Right.
somewhere, and you can actually look at it on your cell phone or tablet. Be
Okay.
able to view what's going on in your house and identify the person and say, okay. And then you got
Right,
to have a snapshot of
right.
them to show it to the cops as well.
Right. Now,
Usually they're not talking when they're just trying to get stuff.
well, like I said, I
Trying to
just
get out
know
there.
with the different systems that are out there, different systems offer different things, But one of the things that's really encouraging about this particular system is that it's portable. If you need to, move to another location, you could take the system with you, and go and reactivate it at
Yes.
your next house.
That's right.
Or
That's
have
right.
a technician come in
Yes.
again and set the system up.
That's right. And this system that we partner with, one of the largest security companies in the nation, it's Protect America. They've been around a long time, and they've been providing security systems to millions of people in the nation. So this is it's a state-of-the-art system, and you can actually do some. I think you can also do controls. They have what they call a smart terminal put in your house where it turns on lights and so forth as well if you want to get to that level.
Okay.
And some people are doing that as well, adjusting their air conditioning remotely
Right,
and that
right,
type of thing.
right.
So
Now, another thing I want to ask you about the security system. I know most of them are hardwired to your phone system. Is that the case with this one? Because I know some people, they say you can cut the lines outside.
that's a great point. With the traditional systems, they were monitored on the telephone with the telephone lines.
Okay.
And so the criminals are getting smart. They say, well, we'll just cut the line. We'll just cut the phone line. And when they cut the phone line, you no longer have monitoring. The alarm's going off, but it's not sending a message back to the authorities saying, there's a breach here. Someone's come out and check to see if there's someone that's broken in his home or business. And so once they cut that line, it's over. With our system, it's totally wireless. It's usually a cell phone signal
Okay.
to transmit that that signal back to the authorities. And so you can't cut invisible
Right.
wireless connection. No, that's
Okay.
right. That's right.
And I want to get one other Miss Mexican. She
No,
said,
her name. She is a Mexican. She says she's
Oh.
Mexican. Her name. She's
Oh,
Mexican.
okay. All
That's
right.
her name. And I'm going to help you, Roquillo. If I hope again, forgive me for mispronouncing your name, if I am. But we're going to get together tomorrow, and I will
Okay.
I will answer your question for you and take care of you.
Okay. Well, with that being said, this concludes another show of Tech Talk with Mr. Jeffrey Collins. And my name is Jared Kendall. And the next show will be airing next Thursday at 7 p.m. And we will be talking about text marketing and computer data backup. So for all those things that you think you lost or might lose,
Yeah.
stay tuned next week. And thanks for watching Tech Talk. And may God bless you and Godspeed. Thank you for
Thanks,
watching
guys.
Tech Talk.
Thanks, guys, for watching.